helps a lot of people. Put in the most important thing. All right, cool. Let's get going. What's up, guys? I'm Jonathan with IBARRA'S Food Truck Builders, and today I'm going to show you guys a lot of the things that are going on today. We have a lot of repairs, a lot of fixtures that we have to do because you know, things happen when you guys are out on the road. Let's start off with this one right here. So again, you guys know my boy Rocky with his delicious food. I mean, look at this. You can see it right on his wrap. He came in for a quick fix. He accidentally hit a little bit of his upblast exhaust. It actually just loosened up the screw. So we tightened that up because it was making a lot of noise. And that's just some notes for you guys out there that maybe it could be something very, very simple where we don't have to change the whole exhaust, okay? It could be something very, very simple. So we're getting that taken care of. We're gonna fix a little bit of his LEDs in the back, and then he'll be out on the road. Don't get mad when your food truck or food trailer starts to break down in the middle of your event. Guys, you have to keep maintenance on these things. Food trucks and food trailers are mobile. They're constantly moving. There's a lot of moving parts, whether it's screws, things you have installed like AC units. You have to continue to do maintenance on all of your equipment. I get people that never come in here for months and months and months, sometimes even a year or two. All of a sudden they're at an event and something starts to happen. I recommend you come in here every 4 months, something like that, just to do a checkup. Make sure your power is good, your gas is good, your roofs are good. If you start to experience leaks and stuff like that, it's because your trailer is constantly moving and maybe the ceiling starts to peel off because of the sun or whatever it might be. So guys, again, don't get mad if your trailer starts to have problems or your food truck starts to have problems. You have to keep it maintained or you might run into those things. All right, guys, so check it out over here. We have Greedy Dogs. I love what they did with their wrap, their design. So something pretty unique and cool here. They went ahead and put the food right on the wrap, something I'm always talking about, guys. You know I'm a big fan of that. I highly recommend it. You eat with your eyes. This looks incredible. Not only do they put the picture of their food, but they also put the name. That really helps when people are ordering. It makes it easier. They still have the menu over here on the left side. They went ahead and just put the menu around the left side, which is great because you have your order window right here. But again, guys, just check it out. The colors are great. It really stands out. The name stands out and everything blends in nicely. If you go to the back, you have the same thing. You have the food items. You have the name of the food items. Look how delicious that looks. Look at the sandwich with fries. And then, okay, let's go to the back. Check that out. Perfect. Name right in the middle. You got the cute little logo over here of the hot dog. Look at this. This is catchy, guys. This is great. This is what I'm talking about. When you guys are creating your designs, look into doing something similar to this. You don't have to do exactly like this, but definitely put your food on there. People are going to come to you if they see food. It's gonna be more inviting. People are gonna like it. It's gonna look delicious. All right, guys, so check this out. We just got done with these cages. These are the cages I make for the propane tanks. If you look at on the tongue side of my food trailers, I have 2 propane tanks. And so what I like to do is I like to put a cage around them just because it looks clean, it looks beautiful. You're able to wrap it. It blends in with your design. You don't just have 2 tanks sitting out front. And sometimes people don't really like to stand around tanks. There's this thing where some people get like afraid by being next to a tank. So by covering it up, it gives them some ease of being able to just kind of be around the food trailer without being scared. There's never any issues because we do test them, okay? There's this thing called an LP inspection where we certify them. It's a good thing that we do for all food trucks and food trailers so that there is no leaks, there is no danger. We're always as safe as possible. These are all the cages. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and those are gonna be, these are all actually for the next street taco trailer, so really excited. If you're someone who's always wanted to start their own restaurant, but maybe right now is not the time because you might not have the funds for it, look into my rental program, guys. It's only $1,500 a month. This helps a lot of people. It gets you up and running. It gets you to start your concept, try your food, build your clientele, and then you'll be surprised. You might actually want to stick to the food truck industry. It might be something that you like better. Keep in mind, if you do a restaurant, you're stuck to being in one location. I'm not opposed to a restaurant. We actually had a restaurant for over 20 years, loved it. But again, my preference is the food truck. You can move it anywhere you want. You can have stationary. The cost is way less than having a restaurant. But again, if it's something that you guys have always dreamt of doing, let me know, make an appointment, and I can help guide you guys. I can show you guys. I can kind of break everything down for you guys. You don't have to do anything if you set up an appointment. All I want to do is give you guys all the information. So if that's something that you guys are looking to do, please let me know and I will take care of you. All right, finally, we got the delivery here for our maintenance cartridge. Waiting for this because for about a day, I wasn't able to print. When the maintenance cartridge gets full, the print will not work. So really happy my buddy over at was able to send it to me overnight. I'm about to go install it right now. Luckily, we have a lot of printing going on. We have a lot of catching up to do again because I was missing this the cartridge. This is why it's always good to have backup. Should probably order another one just to have it on deck because we're printing so much that I'm not paying attention. Even though the machine tells me like 5 times that it's gonna run out, we only have like 3% left until I can't print, so. All right, cool. Get this out of here, right here. And then over here, we gotta get going on the printer. So we're gonna go ahead and let that warm up and we're gonna continue printing. All right, so I got a couple cardboards here because I want to make some signs around the shop. Lately, I've been really focusing on making the shop look better. You know, that way people understand when they're walking inside the shop, they know where they're going. You know, there's a lot of safety things around the shop. Well, I mean, a lot of hazard things around the shop. So if I'm able to guide you guys where you're able to walk, where you're not able to walk, what machines are where, what areas are what, that's what I'm really doing this for. I already have signs, but I just kind of want more. It'll make the shop look better overall. So that's what I'm working on. For the most part, I actually don't let a lot of people walk into the shop because of so much that we have going on. If anything, if anybody wants to come in and take a tour, take a look at some trailers, they have to walk with either myself or one of my girls in the office. That way you guys can know where to walk and just be safe. All right, guys, let me give you guys an update on street tacos number 9 and 10. So we just got done running all the power, everything that's gonna be, powering up the refrigerators, the LED lights, all the outside LED lights that I do, the additional LED lights that I do. We got the bottom we're gonna be putting on the floor here very soon, but we will paint the entire thing. Remember, guys, that's very, very important to paint your chassis, your trailer, your frames, everything. This way it doesn't start to rust. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this. But I'm really excited to show you guys something different. We're gonna be doing something different on the back over here. Actually, I won't tell you just yet. I'll wait till we start installing the kitchen equipment. It's really exciting, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna like it. All right, guys, so check it out. These are the tables that I had over at Fremont. Got them out of there. I made some new tables, way stronger, way better, updated the pictures, so it's a lot better. If you can see, these guys got quite a beating. They do a lot of stuff out there, so that's why they're pretty damaged, but I'm still gonna repair these and still use them. At another Street Tacos, probably the next one's coming out. Keep in mind, guys, always update your stuff, always repair. Don't keep working your food truck or food trailer with damaged things. People start to notice how it starts to deteriorate. You want to upkeep your trailer. People want to see a nice, clean, beautiful trailer. They want to eat out of it. They want to feel comfortable. I recommend that you guys always upkeep it. If you have a little ding, if you start having damages on your trailer, get it upgraded, get it fixed, whatever it takes. Make your trailer look really good. All right, guys, quick update on this pink trailer. They finally decided to go ahead and update their wrap. They're gonna make it look a lot better. They saw a couple of the videos that I have done in the past, so that really motivated them to upgrade their wrap, make it look nicer, put LED lights. You don't want to do anything too flimsy that doesn't look so clean like these lights right here. Go with the LED lights. It looks good, looks cleaner, looks better. And let's go take a look inside what we did. All right, guys, so one of the things we did to this trailer is we installed a new hood. The one that came with this trailer was not certified. It did not pass the Nevada codes, so we went ahead and updated it, and now we're putting the most important thing. Of course, an IBARRA'S certified sticker right there. Check that out. Now it's ready to pass inspection. Some of the things that we did here, we actually upgraded his tank. His tank was damaged right around this corner right here. We caught it just on time before he took his trailer back because he's actually pretty far from here. We were able to catch that. We notified him, we changed it, and now he's not gonna have any problems when he goes back home. Another thing that we did is we added the water gauge, which is again a must. Here in Nevada, you gotta have a water gauge. If that's something that you might need or you're planning to come to Nevada, you need to get that installed quickly, I will be the guy to take care of you. Another thing is gas, the LP certification that I'm always talking about. It's a little hard to see, but just underneath here, we had to change the piping. We had to change a couple things here and to get it up to date, to be able to pass inspection. So Again, guys, if you guys are planning to move here to Nevada, you need to get it up to code, up to date. Swing by. I can get you guys a quick quote, show you guys what you need, and then you decide what you want to do. One of the things that I do to all my food trailers is I put the top sign, which is 24 inches, that I really like. It's basically our blueprint. It's our look. We like to add the 24 inches on top to put our signs. That way you can also put your sign. It really stands out. It makes it nice and tall. But for some of you who might have a place where you might have to park somewhere where you don't have the 12 feet, but you have, like, let's say a parking spot where you only have 10, we could also lower it for you guys. My boy here with Rocky's Kebabs, these are his top signs right here, his old top signs. He needed to bring it down from 24 inches to 14 inches. So check this out, right up there. We still haven't wrapped it yet. We ended up lowering his top size to 14 inches. This way he's able to fit exactly where he needs to put it in. All right, guys, so that's what we have going on today. A couple of the upgrades, repairs, just the things that go on a day-to-day here at IBARRA'S. If you guys have any questions, or is there something that you guys are interested, want to know, want to learn, don't forget to comment, please share, and again, guys, thanks for watching.